Happy Wednesday and Thursday, everyone. I hope you're doing well. We are going to continue with two-step equations, but it's going to get a little bit trickier. We're going to have to do some distribution and some combining like terms in different problems. Okay, so pay close attention to the two problems I go over in the video, and then in class we'll go over a third one, and I'll be able to answer any questions you may have. So make sure you've tried to look at these at least before class so you're ready to go. See you soon. Alright, so we're going to keep looking at some two-step equations. This is the second part, and these actually aren't two-step equations. These are going to be a few more steps because they are more complex. Looking at the first row, 9 through 12, hopefully you see a bunch of parentheses, and hopefully you're remembering what it is we need to do with all of those. Hopefully the word distribution is sounding familiar. So we're going to need to distribute in each of these cases. And so remember that when we have a number in front of these parentheses, it means we have to multiply. So we have to multiply that front number by everything inside. I'm going to do one of the last ones because they're trickier, and they have a fraction. So I'm going to start with problem 12. So we've got -4 equals 1/2 times the quantity x plus 2. So that x plus 2 is together, has those parentheses around it. Remember from last week's PEMDAS practice, we would need to combine what's in the parentheses first. But we can't do x plus 2. So another way to get rid of those parentheses is to distribute. So we have to do 1/2 times x, and do not overcomplicate this. 1/2 times x, half of x is just 1/2 x. And I'm going to rewrite that x so it's clear it's not on the bottom of the fraction, but it's next to the fraction. It's being multiplied by the fraction. Then we've got our plus sign. And then 1/2 of 2. What is half of 2? If I have 2 donuts and I say you can have half of these, you get to eat 1 donut. So we're left with -4 equals 1/2 x plus 1. Now, these are just like the problems we did last week. Not last week, earlier this week, pardon me. So, how do I get this 1/2 x alone? That's right, I need to get rid of +1, adding 1. How do I undo adding 1? I take it away. If I take it away from the right side, where else do I take it away from? You bet, the left side. So -4 minus 1 is going to give me -5. I'm left with 1/2 x equals -5. And hopefully from earlier this week you remember, oh wait, how do I get rid of 1/2 x? I don't want 1/2 of x, I want a whole x. What can I multiply that by? Oh yeah, remember that word that starts with an R? Reciprocal. So I multiply both sides by 2. So on the right side, those two pieces cancel and we're left with x. That was the goal all along. Let's get x alone. Let's deconstruct the problems in there to figure it out. And then -5 times 2, or 2 times -5. Positive times a negative is negative. 2 times 5 is 10. So x equals -10. Alright, let's check the bottom, make sure that answer is there. -10. Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? There we go. Wonderful. Now, let's do, so for those top problems, we want to do some distribution to get rid of the parentheses and then solve it, just like we did right here. Now, let's take a look at some problems from 13, 14, 15, and 16. Let's try problem 15. So in this, what we need to do, there's no parentheses, so we don't distribute. We need to combine any like terms before we get stuff moving from the left to the right. So on 15, what can I combine? Can I do 6a plus 5? No way. I can't do that. Can I do 6a plus 2? Nope. Can I do 6a plus a? You bet. If I have 6 a's and I add one more a, how much is that? That's 7 a's. Alright, and then can I add anything else together in this row? Can I combine 5 with anything? Oh yeah, plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So we've got 7a plus 7 equals 14. Now this is just like the problems we did earlier in the week. So, how do I get those 7a's alone? That's right, how do I undo adding 7? I need to subtract 7. If I subtract 7 from the left side, I subtract it from the right side. We've got to keep balance in all of our equations. So, on the left side, those cancel. That was the intention, and we're left with 7a. On the right side, 14 minus 7 is 7. Oh, this is looking pretty straightforward, actually. So now, if that's what 7a's equal, how do I get 1a? How do I get that alone? I divide by 7. So a equals 7 divided by 7 is 1. And that's it. There's our answer. Boy, I hope it's down below. 1 is nice. All right. So, on these bottom ones, you want to continue to combine like terms. On the top ones, you need to do some distribution. So you got 6 more problems to do. Questions? Questions? Email me. Send me a message in Neo. And make sure that you are in class when you're scheduled to be. Thanks.